When it comes to hot and spicy series, let's give it to the Japanese BL series. Japanese BL is one of my favorites when it comes to BL series that offers hard and spicy scenes. In this video, I will be given my top 10 spicy Japanese BL series and movies of all time. If you love BL content, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. So without wasting much time, let's get started. Number 1. Dangerous Drugs of Sex. Warning, this movie is not only hot and spicy, it can also be traumatizing and leave you broken for some time. It's one of the hardest BL series I have seen so far. It tells the story of an elite office worker who attempted to take his own life, but fortunately and unfortunately for him, he was captured by a psychopath doctor who forced a horrible life of sexual assault on him. Makoto was used on different types of dangerous adult tools since he wanted to die so bad. However, Makoto started to bond romantically with his captor, and soon they realized they were in the same situation mentally because they were both suicidal when they started to recall their past. It can be watched on Netflix with the duration of 1 hour 30 minutes. Number 2. Mood Indigo. This is also one of the hottest that you would love to see if you love spicy scenes. Mood Indigo tells the story of a broke and jobless man who decided to go to his teacher funeral where he met his old classmate. They reunited together again and got talking about life when Kijima told him how life was on his side. Kijima said to him hoping his friend will help him, not knowing what waiting him is going to drain him. Kido was an erratic editor. Kido decided to introduce him to the industry since Kijima was known to be a good novelist. Kijima, who was so in need of money, had no choice but to take the job. He was given his first test which he had to practice with his friends, which he passed, and started working as an erratic novelist. They became close since they were in the same industry. But Kido was such a disaster to Kijima of how he left him devastated. Mood Indigo can be watched on Gagawula, Viki, and WeTV with 6 episodes. Number 3. The Novelist. This is season 2 of Mood Indigo. Mood Indigo left us with a sad ending, but the second season was here to save us. The story continues, but a new character is now involved, which makes the story different from the first season. The Novelist tells the story of Kijima, the pornography writer. One day, as he was about to cross the road, a first-year university student broke his leg unintentionally with his bicycle. He had to take responsibility for his mistakes, but he was broke and unable to pay for Kijima medical care. Kijima offered him to pay by working for him since his arm are broken and he cannot work. Kazumi started to work as a translator for Kijima when he realized he was a pornograph writer. He was uncomfortable, but he had to do the job to pay his debt. However, he fantasized about having Kijima. He started to develop a romantic feeling for him. It can be watched on WeTV with 6 episodes. Number 4. Till the End of the World with You. This is another hard BL you would love to watch. I personally like this series because the storyline is a more realistic one. It's tell the story of Masumi who reunited with his first love few days before the meteorite that was supposed to end the world. Because of how bad Ritsu treated Masumi in the past, Masumi was not happy to see him, but Ritus was they to make up for his mistake after he found out Masumi is his true love. It was difficult for Masumi that he could not move on for 10 years, but since he reunited with the man that owned his heart, he decided to enjoy the little time they have together before the world ended. It can be watched on Viki with the total episode of 8. Number 5. His Rosy Life, His Rosy Passion. This is another spicy one, but it's quite messy. It tells the story of a gay man who got married to a woman to cover up his gayness. His wife was aware of his gayness and she also married him because he was the one who could help her get over her bad addiction. When he got married, he confessed to his lover how it was a fake marriage, but Junpei was hurt, and he felt betrayed, but Otoya reassured him and gives him permission to visit his home. Otoya refused to touch his wife as he claimed she was too soft for him. Junpei visited Otoya one day but met his wife instead. They quickly get along and became close. He moved in with them and Junpei ended up getting Otoya's wife pregnant. Like I said, it was messy but they resolve it and lived happy together. It can be watched on Gagawula with the duration of 1 hour. Number 6. Love is Better Around the Second Time. This is a first love comeback story, and I am a fan of it because it's exciting to see two exes who are once in love with each other reunite. It tells the story of Miyata, a business editor who invite a successful professor to write a column for his publication. When they meet in person, he realized that the professor he invited was his ex, who was also his first love. They reconnect again, but Miyata would prefer not to be involved with his emotion with him. but his emotions could not let him as they ended up in bed numerous times even after he was determined not to give in again. It can be watched on Viki, and it has a total episode of 6. Number 7, My Personal Weatherman. This is actually my favorite on this list for gods know the reason. My Personal Weatherman tells the story of a popular weather forecaster Sagasaki who adopted a manga artist to his home. He agrees to take care of him in exchange of Yo to do as he says, which means he technically owns Yo and Yo has to be his slave. However, Sagasaki grows a terrible addiction to Yo, which makes him obsessed and possessive of him that he started acting like a psychopath. Yo, who was adopted, also want more of Sagasaki, so this made the bound quicker. Despite this, Sagasaki had a serious problem of insecurities, which makes him think Yo might leave him if he goes out alone. I personally like this one because of the toxic plot, and the spicy scenes felt more passionate than other series on this list. My Personal Weatherman can be watched on Viki with the total episode of 8. Number 8, Life, which is also called Love on the Line. Seriously? This one is a heartbroken one, but it's interesting to watch. Life tells the story of Ito who met a child like of him Nishi while trying to walk on the sidewalk of a white line. Ito recognized that he was drawn to Nishi in a way that is new to him. Nishi also felt the same, and they started a romantic relationship, and everything was fine until Nishi decided to get married to a girl who had a long-time crush on him. Because of family pressure, and he thinks their relationship is non-profitable, he made the hard decision putting his own feelings away and leaving his boyfriend. Devastated, Life can be watched on WeTV and Viki with the total episode of 4. Number 9, Tokyo in April. This is part of my favorite on this list. It's also a first love comeback story with a very unique plot that portrays true love. Tokyo in April tells the story of Kazuma, who was determined to be reunited with his first love after 10 years. He moved to Tokyo from America just to look for Ren, his best friend who is also his first love. When they met again, Ren seems not to remember what happened between them in the past. But just being able to reunite with him makes Kasumi so happy already. While Ren avoided talking about their past because he was hurt on how bad Kasumi family treated him and blamed him for his illness. Tokyo in April can be watched on Viki with the total episode of 8. Number 10, Old Fashioned Cupcake. Back then this used to be my favorite Japanese BL series. Old Fashioned Cupcake tells the story of a 39-year-old man whose life revolved around sleep, eat, and work. This has always been how he lives his life without a partner or lover, but things changed for him when he was approached by Togawa, who was his junior and also 10 years younger than him. It can be watched on Viki with the total episode of 5. Which of these Japanese BL series do you find spicy the most? Let me know your favorite in the comments section, and let me know which one I miss on this list. Thanks for watching that, and see you in the next one.